It's your boy Crypto Blood. How you guys doing today? Today I want to talk about an article I saw over the weekend, and it's basically a bank is getting ready to offer their customers Bitcoin assets. So this is Bitcoin services. This is interesting, and I'll explain at the end. I actually invested in an ICO is attempting to do something very similar to this, so I'll explain all of that. But this article is coming from Crypto Coins News. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I was going to read the whole article, but I just can't. It'll drive me crazy. I can't do the JSNIP 4. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just ramble on about it. So basically, this bank, Falcon Bank, is going to be the first bank in Switzerland that's going to do this very thing. There's a bank or a company that's forming into a bank in Estonia, and that's the ICO that I invested in a few months ago, called Polybius. They're doing it in Estonia, but this bank, Falcon Bank, is going to be the first one to do it within Switzerland. So that's pretty interesting. So they're going to be offering, like, let me see here. They're going to offer brokerage, trading, asset management, ICO services, software integration, and consulting solutions. And this is not actually Falcon Bank. This is the company that Falcon Bank is partnering with, and it's called Bitcoin Suisse AG. You may have seen them or some of their ads before, offering, I think, Bitcoin, what is it, 401k rollover, IRA services, I believe. I think this is the same company. I believe that this is the same company. But the actual Falcon Bank is going to offer, let's see, they are offering, basically customers will be able to buy and liquidate Bitcoin through the bank's e-banking platform or their account manager. They will be able to monitor their holdings in custody directly in their online portfolio and on their account statements. The company, the bank, Falcon Bank, will also have a Bitcoin ATM in the lobby of their Zurich bank branch. So this is and this is not, I mean, this is a decent sized bank. They've got 14.6 billion under management, and then that's quoted in Swiss franc. So I believe Swiss franc is just shy of parity with the dollar, so it's a little shy of 14.6 billion US dollars, probably like 14.1 or 14, somewhere around there. So and they have locations in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, London, and Luxembourg as well. So I bring that article up. That article caught my attention, one, because I am invested in an ICO called Polybius. They are attempting to do the very exact same thing in Estonia, and you know, looking back on it, the ICO was pretty expensive. It was my third ICO I ever participated in. The coin was about $10 a token, so that's pretty expensive. And looking back on it, I think the only reason I kind of went back and did a kind of retrospective look on why I even invested in this ICO was because the performance of it after it hit the exchanges. It's down. At one point I was down 70%. Luckily I only put like $1,000 into this thing. Thank God. I was going to put more in there, but another ICO came up that I thought was more interesting, and I ended up going with that one and allocating more funds toward that. But yeah, they were down at one point like 74%. Right now they're down about 50, I want to say like 54% I'm down. And when, you know, when it came out and it started crashing, it made me kind of go back and say, what the hell did I just invest in? So when I looked at it again, I'm like, why did I even invest in this? This is the antithesis of what Bitcoin is about, like, in my opinion. I would love to know your opinion on this, but how do you feel about banks and corporate establishments like banks and financial institutions getting into the service or getting into the space of offering Bitcoin services to their customers? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? I mean, I feel like Satoshi Nakamoto's whole vision for Bitcoin was to decentralize banking and currency. And so it looks like we're kind of taking that whole concept and going back into this archaic and unfair system. You know what I mean? So I would love to know your thoughts about that. And do you think the financialization of Bitcoin is going to be its death? Like, I feel like it just may be. Like, of course there are pros and cons and everything, right? So if we financialize Bitcoin, and what I mean by that, I mean, you know, getting, you know, having the Wall Street bankers, those people start to get into the space and create ETFs like the Winklevoss twins were attempting to do, you know, those types of derivative instruments. Do you feel like those plays, those maneuvers within this space will be beneficial in the long run or advantageous to the Bitcoin community and what our core vision for and core beliefs are in the first place? I don't even understand what the point of this is. Like, if someone wants to buy Bitcoin, they go and buy Bitcoin. They can go to an exchange and buy Bitcoin. So I feel like we're going in the wrong direction when as far as that goes. So I would love to get your feedback on that. And again, this is a late video. I had two meetings at the office that I had to take care of this morning, so I'm just now getting to the coffee place to get my coffee, and I'm pretty pissed, but I'm here now, and I'm gonna go in here and get me some coffee and smoke on my cigar here. Like and subscribe. If you do subscribe, please click that bell so that you are alerted on every video that I do. Also follow me on Steemit, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And lastly, definitely join that chat room. We're nearing 500 people, and we have an awesome time in there. I mean, we don't just talk about cryptocurrencies. We talk about, and I'm referring to the Webbot chat room and Telegram. And I'll leave a link for that in the description of this video as well. But we talk about wealth, health, and spiritual, because those three are very critical components for you to lead a successful life. You just can't have money and not have your health, because it's null and void. It doesn't matter. And you can't have health if you don't have your spiritual. Those two kind of go hand in hand. So they all play off of each other and are very critical attributes or sections in your life that you need to really work on, me included. So we talk about all of that in there. So join us, and that's it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.